Hey Pisces, welcome to July 2018. Already got a bunch of cards popping out for you guys, which is good. So alone time, hermit card, something coming to an end. You're going to be doing a lot of isolated alone time this month, July 2018. There is something missing within the home and family. So I think for a long time you've been doing things for other people. It's kind of like the Pisces curse, I guess you could say. You guys rule the 12th house, which is all about self-sacrifice and quiet time, isolation, dream works as well. So the Pisces energy this month is really being activated because you're doing a lot of alone time, and whether that be alone time physically or even just like mentally and emotionally, just feeling alienated, feeling isolated, feeling like you kind of need that to put that I'm feeling like you're putting kind of like a stake down that is creating a division and just pushing people away and situations away. Whether you're doing it on a conscious level or a subconscious level, but there is alone time that is starting this month. And it's based on something missing within the home and family. So you built yourself up a lot recently, Pisces, and people are noticing that as well. However, because of that incline, there are some things that naturally have to be dropped away, that have to think about it. When you're going up somewhere, especially when you're traveling alone, it gets to a point where the weight of the past and what's at the bottom of the hill doesn't serve you anymore. So it's like, forget about that. I'm now onto bigger and brighter things. So home and family wise, this alone time and the steady incline on your own actually is leading you to something emotionally fulfilling that you didn't even realize was lacking in your life. You didn't even realize you were missing. So keep doing that. Keep doing what you're doing. Be stubborn about it. Be very steadfast. Be like a bull where it's, a bull seeing red. Just go straight. Don't worry about emotionally all the three other emotions or three other energies or three other people or situations that are at the bottom of the hill saying, Pisces, come back down. Stay focused. Keep moving forward, because eventually it's just a shift. Eventually you're going to get to the top of that hill, preferably that that metaphorical, wow, that hill, top of the hill. You're going to get there, and there's going to be something new that's handed to you that you didn't even realize was missing, and it's going to be happiness, emotional fulfillment, everybody taken care of in the family. Family is happy with you. Family is emotionally secure. With that energy, you can take a risk, and you can make some profound changes, or at least start to think about what risks you could be making. So use this alone time, Pisces. It's what you're good at. I know it's the summer, but you can still go inward, especially if you like live in colder climates. Now that the weather is nicer, get back into nature, especially doing that alone. You're going to start to realize, like mentioned before, that there are people, places, things that are at the bottom of your journey, and now it's time to recognize that you're on a new path, that you're moving upward. And once you allow yourself to take that alone time to move upward without the anchors of those three whatevers that are pulling you back down to the bottom of the hill, you can move upward, and then that's when you're going to start to see some shifts where the family is all happy, everybody's taken care of, you're happy. It's like a complete new energy for you that you haven't experienced. And with that, you're going to feel a lot more fancy free. You're going to feel like, okay, I can take a risk. I can make these huge movements in my life without feeling so much like I need to self-sacrifice. Because the 12th house is also about self-undoing. That's something that I struggle with all the time, because I have so many planets in the 12th house. Pisces are kind of known for self-undoing, where it's like, what are you doing? Why would you sabotage yourself like that? But Pisces energy does that as a way to sacrifice. It reminds me of, it's very Jesus energy, sacrifice yourself, self-undoing, as a way to show others how to be selfless. When you think about Jesus, you think about the Jesus fish, and then you think about Pisces. Your glyph is the fish. Okay, so that's what needs to be known for the Pisces for July 2018. That's where your subconscious is like, let's just get that out of the way. Keep moving forward. Never mind about all that crap. The card that just popped out is face down Pisces, so it's something that you haven't acknowledged yet. And that's even working really hard. You've been working really hard, and you've gained a lot of power. And you should be very, very proud of the hard work you've been doing. Because like I mentioned before, Pisces isn't really, it's on Earth sign, it's a water sign ruled by the 12th house, ruled by Neptune. That's not really money focused or materialism focused or earth focused at all. So the fact that you've been working more and being more kind of like a little bit of an earth sign energy is something that you haven't necessarily acknowledged yet. Something has shifted in you where that dreamy Pisces is a little bit more now grounded, you know, it's a little bit more grounded. So I think that you need this retreat back into alone time to recalibrate, because this energy that you haven't acknowledged, that you haven't owned, it doesn't feel right. It doesn't sit right with the Pisces. Pisces needs to dream. Pisces needs to be inspired, needs to do art and something that isn't so materialistic. So that has created a shift, and it is time to start working with that energy and flowing something else in a positive way, which that alone time will absolutely do. So that's what your subconscious wants you to know right off the bat, Pisces. Let's see. Pisces, July 2018. Okay, I'm also seeing, like, I'm feeling like a bubble in my throat. So something coming up soon, something triggering you where it's going to be like a bubble burst where you finally have to speak your truth. You finally have to say what's on your mind and what's on your throat chakra, and it's not going to feel comfortable, but it's going to get to a point where it just bursts and you're like, I got to say something. Do it. Do what you need to do. Okay. Okay, so the theme of this reading is based on an older energy. So this is not necessarily older than you, but mentally, like logically and thought process wise, they are older than you. There is a level of maturity there. This person is either a Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius, or embodies the energy of those signs, probably all three combined. So you have Gemini energy, which is all about travel, short distance travel, communication, logic. Doesn't really feel things. It doesn't really feel through things, but thinks through things. And you have the Libra energy, which is all about balance and harmony and relationships and politeness. You know, very, very focused on the image that they're putting out there. And then you have Aquarius, which is another very logical energy, social butterfly, technology focused, in the way where technology is used as a tool for them is more of their friend as opposed to their enemy. Like, they actually really enjoy technology. So this is who this reading is about. I'm also seeing an N in their name. There's an N there. Okay. This person has been married in the past. Digestive issues also. Definitely digestive issues. Something with the colon. This person has gone through a lot of transformations as well, but has used those transformations as a way to expand who they are. Like, it's almost like they're transforming. Like, I'm seeing like a butterfly, but then that cocoon to butterfly phase actually, and a butterfly just went by the window, but that cocoon to butterfly phase has really expanded them in a way that is really shocking to you and really alarming to you, because there is something about this energy where you thought that they were one-dimensional. You thought they were like a one facet type person, but they're actually a lot more. There's a lot more depth to them than you originally thought. And as a Pisces, you guys are so intuitive, so you're seeing this level of intensity, you're seeing this depth to them, and you're also recognizing that they're uncomfortable with it because they're so air type, they're so air dominant. They're very uncomfortable with this emotional change that they're going through right now. Okay, you've been doing a lot of rest at home, a lot of kind of inner work, spending some time away from this King of Swords, and you know it. You know it. You know that you've been spending a lot of time away from this masculine air energy because they've been making you feel guilty about it. They're like, what are you doing? You're taking away time from me. You're taking away my chance to talk with you, because that's really what it comes down to. This air sign just wants to be able to talk with you. So if you can't physically be there, call them, text them, email them, do whatever you need to do in order to be in their aura without feeling like you're giving away any of your personal power and giving away that alone time that you so desperately need. Because there is a lot of confusion right now with this alone time. You have a lot of guilt, but your frame of mind has to change, and you have to learn to just move on with your power. Say, okay, that is what it was, but every day is a chance for something new and for a new beginning, that risk. Okay, every day is a chance for a new beginning. We don't need to be chained to who we were even just an hour ago, yesterday, a minute ago. Every day we have the ability to adapt and to change into the people that we want to be. So use that. You don't need to feel, especially if this air sign is somebody who's been in your past, who's been around for so long, you don't need to revert back to the person that you were just to make them feel comfortable. They've gone through the transformations. They know all about expansion. You can show them, hey, I've changed. I'm not the same Pisces that I was. I'm different now. Especially with this alone time you're doing, you're recognizing things missing in your life, and you're recognizing that these people are at the bottom of the hill. I'm moving up. I don't need to entertain who you believe I am. That's that self-sacrifice and that self-undoing, that Pisces rule. So you've been working really hard, and you're proud of that. Making sure that it's balanced, making sure that what you're creating within the family dynamic, within your life and within your partnerships, isn't going to be a change that makes you fight for freedom. Making sure that that change is something that is positive, that allows you to give back to your family and friends, both emotionally and financially, okay? So that's the theme of the reading. What's going on for Pisces July 2018 is you've uncovered something within a relationship. You've been doing a lot of this. You've been doing a lot of this. People think that they're fooling you and that they're getting, pulling the wool over your eyes, but you're like, you've really been noticing a lot of dynamics in your relationships. You've really been noticing a lot of greed and a lot of inconsistencies, a lot of focus on abundance, a lot of focus on over nurturing, over creation, over giving, over sweetness. I'm seeing it's weird. I'm seeing like sweet corn being bitten down to the cob, but still someone's still eating it. You're seeing all these things within the relationships that you have in your life, and you're like, I'm not having it anymore. I'm done with that. The obstacle and the aid is the King of Cups. So either you as a Pisces, or if a Scorpio or a Cancer masculine energy who's had a really rough past, and with that rough past, they're using it as a jet fuel, as a rocket pack to propel them forward. Because at the end of the day, they wear their emotions around their neck. Like, you see it. And that passion, that drive, that fire, that energy is solely based on their past, on their emotional past. So this is an obstacle and an aid to the information that you've uncovered within relationships, okay, Pisces? Subconsciously, you're manifesting a lot out there. Like, literally, you have the world in your hands, and whatever you're thinking about, whatever you're feeling about especially, is being put out there. So the feelings that you're feeling when it comes to the relationship dynamics that you're uncovering, you're perpetuating that through your feelings. So for instance, you have one relationship that you know is toxic, okay? Thinking that it's toxic, it's toxic, it's toxic, it's toxic. Subconsciously, you're putting that down there saying this relationship is toxic. So guess what? You're getting more toxic relationships. You're getting more situations within this relationship that are toxic as well. So it's time to start thinking differently, because you're only thinking from a past place. It's time to start really shifting your thoughts around, and that will be based on the investments that you've made, on the power that you've gained over this time. So although the power that you've gained is absolutely fueling these relationship dynamics, you still don't have to be stuck in the past when it comes to your thinking about these relationships, okay? These relationships can transform with you, because you're in a very positive place. You're in a very happy and incredibly potent place. You're walking on water, essentially, and it's, even if it's family and friends who love you, there is a level of kind of, I guess you could say, jealousy, but also indifference, where it's like, well, what? Is the Pisces going to leave me? Is the Pisces going to leave me at the bottom of the hill? There's fear there. They're threatened, especially this King of Swords. Don't move on. Don't expand. Don't grow. Come back, but you got to do what you need to do. Family and friends, they see the power that you have, and it may feel like family and friends are using you or asking you for too much of your power, that you can't give it. And it's only because they want you to lead by example. So by showing them how hard you work and all of the responsibilities that you've taken on recently, and how you've moved on with your power without feeling too bad about it, is actually going to empower them. So keep in mind that family and friends are very inspired by the work you've been doing, the investments you've been doing, the money you've been making, the power you've been making, and I think they're kind of looking for a cash in because the Pisces energy, like I mentioned before, is all about sacrifice. So, of course, if they see this Pisces who's constantly giving, and now Pisces has all this energy and money and luck and resources, they're like, well, now me, Pisces, you always give. So now that you have so much, give more. And it's like, no, family and friends, I'm moving on. I'm on my journey to emotional happiness with my family, with my friends, and with my life. I want to take a risk, and I can't keep taking risks if I'm just constantly funneling away my power to you. Hope and fear is that power within your home and family. You want to feel powerful and empowered within your home and family. It's just not there because there's a fear. And you really want to stem back and be like, okay, why is there that fear? Is it because the King of Swords used to hold that place and you feel like you'd be, impeding on that? At the end of the day, you deserve a lot more power within your home and family than you give yourself credit for. Own that power that they're giving you. They see how powerful you are. Whether or not it's, because you're rich now or because, you figured it out, something like that, or if you're just acting more powerful and more empowered, no matter what, family and friends, you can step up. You can be that empowered person within that dynamic, 100%. Don't fear it. Last card, Pisces, is to recognize that, yeah, you've been kind of stuck in the past when it comes to your relationships, and you can move on in a positive way. That will create a lot of happiness. That'll definitely create that shift that allows you a lot of happiness. And then you're going to get to a point where you have a lot more energy, a lot more opportunities for success, a lot more power, and you can let some things go without losing too much. Because as mentioned before, subconsciously you are moving on and you are growing, moving up that hill, and eventually it will come to a point, especially this month, Pisces, where you just have to let some things go. Some place where you're putting your energy, it's got to be done now, because it's impeding on allowing the space for more energy to come in. Okay, so that's all I have for you guys, Pisces, for July 2018. Hope you guys have an amazing summer. I will see you in August. And as always, if you want a personalized reading that includes astrology and numerology and, of course, tarot, please send me an email, beyondyoursunsign@gmail.com. And please comment, like, subscribe, and share. And I will see you guys in August. Bye, Pisces.